Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this very late Saturday night. Back to you again with another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button down below. Follow me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. That's it. Alright everybody, thank you for watching. Check out my Raw review and my AEW reviews. Links are down below in the description box. Check them out. Leave your questions and comments and all the good stuff. And continue to smash that like button to death. Smash that notification bell. Turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And smash that subscribe button to death as well. Just show some love to this channel and all my other channels as well. Alright, on this very late Saturday night, January the 11th, 2020, or if you're watching from somewhere else, January the 12th, 2020, it is time for your late and out-of-date NXT review for January the 8th, 2020, on Full Sail University in Orlando. NXT had a pretty good show this week. First show of the new year, the New Year's Awards. So the first official show of 2020. And like I said, it was a pretty good show. We had a Fatal 4-Way match, main event to see who will face Roderick Strong for the North American title in 2 weeks. It was a very good match. We also had some rumblings with the women's division with Rhea Ripley and company. See who her next challenger is. And a couple other matches. We had Johnny Gargano and Finn Balor segment or promo, which is a segment, I guess you can call it. Kind of setting up their match for NXT Portland, NXT Takeover Portland in February. Got that, and that's basically it for that. So let's get the review. Let's not waste any of your precious time on this late Saturday night. Oops, sorry about that. And we start off the night with Rhea Ripley, the NXT Women's Champion. She comes out and farts. No, I'm just kidding. She comes out and talks about her winning the belt from Shayna Baszler, saying she's the queen now. And she thanks the fans for the celebration not last week. Not last week, it was 2 weeks ago, you know. She said she meant 2 weeks ago. Well, not weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I should say. She thanks the fans, and then Toni Storm, from NXT UK Women's Champion, she comes out with her hot ass, and she congratulates Rhea and says she's proud, but asks her to remember that time I beat you not once but twice. And then she promises to win the UK Women's title tomorrow night. Well, this Sunday at NXT Takeover 2 Blackpool. So if you want to watch that tomorrow night, go ahead and do it. You know, I'm probably gonna watch TNA Impact Hard to Kill. I'm gonna watch NXT UK because I don't watch NXT UK. So she says she's gonna get the title back from Kaylee Ray, and then at Rose Collide she's gonna become a double champion and beat Rhea Ripley. So she challenges to a match. Rhea accepts the match. So we're gonna get that match at NXT Worlds Collide. And then after that, Kaylee Ray, the Women's UK Champion, comes out and says, "Who says there's no way Toni makes it past her on Sunday?" And after that, Io Shirai, my first and second wife, well, actually my third wife, but it is what it is, because my first wife is Asuka, and then Io Abe is my second wife, and Peter is my fourth wife. But it is what it is. So Io Shirai comes out knocks the microphone out of Kaylee Ray's hands, gets in the ring. She looks at Rhea Ripley and goes, "Mine!" So basically, she wants the title as well. Then Bianca Belair comes out, the evolving door of people coming out. So Bianca Belair comes out. She says, "I'm better than you. I'm better than you, and I know I'm better than you." And she says that Toni Storm doesn't belong here. But she does wrestle for the NXT UK, so she has a point. And then Candice LeRae, of all people, Candice LeRae comes out, and Rhea's like, "What do you want, Candice? Let me guess. You want to fight too?" Like, well, and Candice's like, "Well, I'm dressed to compete? Yeah, I guess." So Rhea's like, "You know what? I do too." Decks Bianca right in the mouth. Everybody starts brawling. The faces clear the ring. Then we have a referee come out, tells the ring announcer that Real Regal books a 6-woman tag team match right now. So we're gonna get Candice LeRae, Rhea Ripley, and Toni Storm taking on Kaylee Ray, Bianca Belair, and Io Shirai. Should be a good match. But the promo was pretty good. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that was it for that. Then we get to the match. Match was pretty decent. It wasn't bad. The faces take control. Wrestling Io a little bit. Candice LeRae comes in, and then Rhea takes control, overpowers her, and slams her down. Toni Storm comes in, and they take control of Kaylee Ray, who tagged in before. Ray fires back, tags in Belair. They double team Storm, and basically it was like Kaylee Ray and Bianca Belair were beating the crap out of Candice. Io Shirai didn't basically do anything, and she finally gets in the match. She has some kicks and some strikes, a flapjack and a basement dropkick for the near fall. Then she does some ground and pound, tags in Kaylee Ray. They continue to beat down Candice. But eventually Candice fires back, dumps Bianca Belair to the floor. Bianca comes back in, gets cut off. Kaylee Ray then follows with a swanton bomb for a near fall. And then it all breaks down and everybody's in the ring. And then they knock each other out. As we go to break, we come back. Candice tries to fire up and fight to her corner. She has a poison Rana. On I believe it was Kaylee Ray. She tags in Toni Storm. Storm goes wild. It's a German and a sliding layers for a near fall. Kaylee Ray cuts her off with a super kick. And Io Shirai comes in, hits the double knees, and a Tiger backbreaker follows that up. She goes up top looking for her patented moonsault, but then Bianca Belair tags herself in. Io's like, "What the fuck?" And then Io gets pissed off. Missile dropkicks Bianca and starts yelling at her. And she leaves the ring. And this stuff, Bianca basically get her ass handed to her. Rhea comes in, hits a dropkick, and then she hits the riptide to finish it off. So not a bad match. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And good way to kick off the show and highlight the stacked NXT Women's Division. It is stacked. Ripley, Candice, Io, Bianca, Aaliyah, Nessa Bourne, Santana Garrett, Chelsea Green, who I'm going to mention in a little bit. Who else? Toni Storm. Kaylee Ray. You got like about 10 women going around one belt. That's a pretty damn good women's division, if I say so myself. Oh, right now they're better than AEW, and AEW's women's division. Holy shit! You mean watch my AEW review and the bashing I give the women's division. Just all that because of Brandy Rhodes and her Nightmare Collective getting involved in a real Chris Statlander match in like near the end of the match, and then they just beat her and Statlander down. Had the debut of Luther. So and then that's leading to Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander taking on Awesome Kong and Melissa Cruz next week. Whoop-de-damn freaking do. That's all I gotta say about that. So yeah, I mean the NXT Women's Division is far superior than AEW's division right now, and that's all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on. After the match, Rhea has a stand-up with Tony, and then Candice brings the title in for Rhea, but then she's like, "Ooh, shiny, shiny, shiny belt." And then she hands the title over, raises both Rhea and Tony's hands, and then that was that for that. That was it for that. So we'll see what happens with Rhea Ripley and company the next week, and that's it. All right, then we get a vignette. Ciampa, basically talking about being NXT champion for 238 days, and he wants his life back. He wants his title back. See what happens with that. I think he'll get it back eventually. I think he'll get it. I don't think he'll get it back at NXT Takeover Portland. I think he'll get it back at NXT Takeover Tampa Bay against Adam Cole. I think the prophecy of Adam Cole and having the Undisputed Era with all the titles is gonna blow up in their face. It's gonna probably start with Roddy losing the NXT North American title to Keith Lee. Spoiler for you. I spoiled the main event, but it is what it is. So he's gonna lose the belt probably in 2 weeks, but then again, he might lose it at Takeover. And then the tag team belts are gonna tag team belts are gonna go bye from Red Dragon because they're gonna lose to whoever wins the Dusty Rhodes American Dream Baby Tag Team Classic, which I don't know who's gonna win that. It could be Imperium. It could be who else won? Well, I'll get to that in a minute. I don't want to talk about that. Anyway, so we'll see what happens with that, and that's it. So Ciampa wants his title back. We'll see what happens with that next week. All right, then we get a promo from Keith Lee, who we can all bask in his glory. And he cuts a promo about having to prove himself no matter how many champions he has pinned, and he's going to win the North American title in 2020. And he probably will. I think he will. I think he'll beat Roderick Strong maybe in 2 weeks. And we'll see what happens. Like I said, I kind of spoiled the ending of NXT, but it is what it is. And that's all I got to say about that. So, we move on. So I gave all the promos 2.25 out of 5 stars. We'll get that. Alright, then we start the Dusty Rhodes American Dream, baby. Tag Team Title Classic, first round matches. We had Imperium. We had Fabian Aichner and Steve Cutler representing Imperium. Taking on the Forgotten Sons of Wesley Blake and who else the other guy is? I forgot the other guy's name. Blake and Murphy, I should say. Not Blake and Murphy. I'm thinking of somebody else. I forget the other guy's name. Anyway, we had Jackson Riker at ringside. And the match wasn't that bad. It lasted about 5 damn minutes. I don't know why. It should have lasted a couple more minutes. Starts out with Aichner and Blake beginning. He gets quickly double teamed, and the Suns start picking up some near falls on Imperium. Barthel tags in, double teams Blake for a near fall. Then Blake cuts him up with a DDT. And Cutler and Aichner tag in. They go at it. Cutler hits a backbreaker for a near fall. And then Barthel tags in Aichner. Tags in as Aichner escapes, and they double team him with a pinfall for a near fall. Blake tags in. Cutler gets dumped, and it all breaks down. Lariat by Blake. Barthel cuts him off. And Imperium started double teaming on Blake. They hit the catch suplex for a near fall. Cutler made the save. They double team Barthel, but Aichner flies in to make the save. And then Imperium falls from more double teams. Blake counters the European bomb, but eventually gets caught with it anyway to pick up the win and move on into the semifinals. So, like I said, it was a pretty good match. A little rough the edges a little bit, but still good. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens with Imperium in the semifinals and see who they face. Uh, I would say in 2 weeks, and we got that. All right, then we go to Kathy Kelly interviewing everybody's favorite bro, Matt Riddle, asking about the pairing with his Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic partner Pete fucking Dunne. Matt says they don't know each other well, but that's why it works because the unpredictability of the tournament. Friends can fight friends. Friends and enemies could be tagging together. Enemies could be tagging together. Enemies and like I said, it's unpredictable. Like we saw Aleister Black and Ricochet, Samoa Joe and Finn Balor, and the like, and all the teams that were in the tournament. He says, "I'm a bro. You're the bruiserweight. Let's do this." Pete shrugged and Matt said, "Bruiserweights are born." Okay, funny name, but it is what it is. So we'll see what happens with Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. They got a match coming up this Wednesday night, the first round match against the grizzled young veterans. I'll get to them in a minute. See what happens with that, and see if they can win and move on. And I believe they will face Imperium in the semifinals. We shall see what happens with that, and we move on from there. All right, then we get a Gallus video, the NXT UK Tag Team Champions. They will be facing the Undisputed Era in the first round. Should be a good match. We'll see what happens. We'll get that. All right, then we go back to Full Sail University with our next match. Austin Theory taking on Joaquin Wilde, otherwise known as DJZ. And this was basically a showcase for Austin Theory. Coming off his great match with Roddy last week. So he basically beats the crap out of Joaquin. Joaquin got a little bit of offense in, but not much. And then and Austin Theory beats him with the TKO in the middle of the ring. But it was a short match. It was okay. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Wasn't anything to write home about, but nice way to showcase Austin Theory, and we'll see what happens with him as we go on in time. Austin Theory, former Evolve champion. You all know DJZ, Joaquin Wilde, former X Division champion, leader of the Bromans. Part of the Bromans. And we get that. And that's it. So we'll see what happens with Austin Theory as we move on in time, and that's pretty much it. Alright, then we get to our second match in the Dusty Rhodes American Dream Tag Team Classic. We have the Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, the NXT Tag Team Champions, taking on Gallus, consisting of Wolfgang and I believe, I forgot the other guy's name. I think it's Mark Andrews, I think it is. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. NXT UK Tag Team Champions. This was a good match. Pretty good match. We got Adam Cole, Bebe, and Roderick Strong at ringside, of course. And this match was great. Starts off with Wolfgang attacking, works over Kyle O'Reilly, tossing him around like a rag doll. Follows up with a clothesline, tags in Mark. And they trade moves with Kyle. Kyle then cuts him off, tags in Bobby Fish, follows up with some knee strikes. Mark comes back, tosses Bobby Fish around. And then Gallus started working over Bobby Fish with some double teams, working through some uppercuts, and then Adam Cole, baby, distracts him, allowing Bobby Fish to fight back with some kicks. Kyle tags in, some kicks as well. Wolfgang then hits a slam, tags in Mark. Goes Kyle to the buckles. Wolfgang tags in, cuts him off. He works over Bobby Fish, dumps him to the floor. Then he dumps Kyle to the floor as they go to break. We come back. Wolfgang is fighting off the Undisputed Era. He's cut off. Bobby Fish has control. He tags in Kyle. Wolfgang then cuts him off. He dumps Bobby Fish to the floor. But Kyle works a heel hook. But he tags in Mark anyway. He goes nuts on Kyle, backdrops Fish, and hits a Uranagi for a near fall. Kyle fires back Bobby Fish comes in with some knee strikes and cover for a near fall. And then they started double teaming Mark for a little bit. And then there was a miscommunication with like the Wolfgang tagging in and Gallows fouls for some double teams for a near fall. And then they all brawl in the middle of the ring. Mark hits an assisted dive. And then Cole goes on the other side of the ring, hits Wolfgang with a step up enziguri. Then Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly hit the total elimination, the high low, for the win to move on to the semifinals. So the Undisputed Era, who won, I believe, the third Dusty Rhodes Classic, was the first one. I don't know which one they won. I think it was the first or third one. Because Samoa Joe and Finn Balor, I think, won the first one. Then it was the AOP. Then it was the Undisputed Era. Then it was Aleister Black and Ricochet. So this is the fifth, I believe, the fifth Tag Team Classic. And the Undisputed Era are in the semis. The champs. See what happens with them as we move on. And see who they face next. I think they're going to face Kushida and a partner of his choosing, which we're going to get to in a minute. And it's a big one, but it is not that big, but it is what it is. So match was pretty good. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. So see what happens with the Undisputed Era as we go on in the tournament and see who they face next. And that's pretty much it. All right, then we get a promo from South Wales Subculture. I don't know what that is. I don't know who they are. What it is, I don't know. So, go on. All right, then we get Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, arriving to Full Sail University, gets to the ring, talks about Finn Balor costing him a takeover. He says Finn's past is his future, and it's him because he couldn't get the job done the first time on the ramp. He calls Finn out, saying he's a flag bearer in NXT, yet heading to the main roster with glee. While Johnny turned down the offer a few months back. Finn mocks Finn's extraordinary gimmick and says he took NXT to the next level without him. So Finn Balor comes out, says he should be Johnny Prone because that's all he's been cleared for. Finn then says he makes the calls. He calls NXT his checkerboard, his chessboard, and says he's going to take him out at TakeOver Portland. That's if Johnny can even make it there. So we'll see what happens. I think that Johnny will make it somehow. And they're going to have a good match. But I think Finn Balor's going to beat him. I really don't think Johnny Gargano should beat him. I think Finn should go over, continue his little run that he's going on, and possibly get an NXT title shot in the future. And we'll see what happens with that. So, it was pretty good. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that was it for that. Alright, then we get the announcement that Kushida be teaming up with Alex Shelley, and reforming the Time Splitters to, I guess they're taking on the Undisputed, taking on, I forget who they're taking on. I think they were taking on South Wales Subculture. I think that was the tag team that facing. So we'll get that. Great to see the Time Splitters back. You know, former NJPW Junior Tag Champions. Kushida, former multiple-time Junior Heavyweight Champion. A winner of the Super J Cup a couple times. Great matches with Will Ospreay. And, you know, he's doing okay in NXT. Not really using him that well, but... And now he's back with Alex Shelley, who we last saw in Ring of Honor. Doing a couple of things, and we didn't have a decent run with Ring of Honor. I mean, he was with Chris Sabin with the Motor City Machine Guns a little bit. They tagged up in against the Briscoes, and I think against the Kings of Wrestling, Claudio Castagnoli, you know, Cesaro, and Cassius Ohno was Chris Hero. They fought them a couple times. They fought SCU, but then well, not SCU. They were Kazarian and Daniels, and then Sabin was turned heel on Alex Shelley and sided with uh, with Kazarian Daniels. Bad attitude, whatever you want to call him. Uh, that was that. But it's good to see Shelley back with Kushida, and you can put him in the mix for them to win the tournament and possibly win the titles. I wouldn't be mad about them winning. But I have like somebody like well, I know Undisputed Era not gonna win it, so I would probably have maybe like Imperium win it, like Aichner and what's his name? Let me get his name. Aichner and Barthel going at it, going to get the belts, but we'll see what happens. That's it. But Alex Shelley and the Time Splitters back. It's pretty good. And that's all I gotta say about that. So we'll see him probably this week on the program. All right, there we go to another match. Mia Yim taking on Kaden Carter. Okay, wasn't great. They lock up, they trade some strikes. Mia counters Carter's speed and slams him down. Then they trade moves again. Carter hits a springboard arm drag and a dropkick for a near fall. Mia counters with a Hurricane Rana into a powerbomb, near fall. He follows with kicks and a basement dropkick for a near fall. So they're going back and forth for a while. Carter escapes the bow and arrow. Mia hits a German suplex for a near fall. And then she delivers some chops. Carter avoids the kick, follows with some chops and some strikes. Gets a running boot and then a super kick. Gets a near fall. Then she also goes up top looking for a move off the top. She comes off. Mia hits her with Protect Your Neck. Pick up the victory. In a match, I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Wasn't a bad win. Mia losing, I believe it was last week. Or the week before. But just a win. Like I said, match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. But afterwards, Chelsea Green comes behind after Mia Yim and Kaden they shook hands, had a code of honor. Chelsea Green attacks him, beats the crap out of him, dumps Mia Yim to the floor. And then we see Robbie E. Remember, we all remember Robbie E. Yes, we do, from the Bromans. His new name now is Robert Stone. And says that he's going to take over NXT, starting with the hottest free agent signing, Chelsea Green, to the Robert Stone brand. So, yeah. Looks like we're going to get a Mia Yim and Chelsea Green feud. Be good, but we'll see what happens. And that's it. So we'll see what happens with those two lovely ladies and Robert Stone. What he's got in store for NXT. Maybe another signing will come in the near future, but we'll see. And pretty much it for that. All right. After that, we get another Tommaso Ciampa promo. This time focusing on Adam Cole being the NXT champion. Ciampa says his legacy is tainted because he hasn't beaten Cole, and Ciampa's title was handed to him. It wasn't really handed to him. He won it from Johnny Gargano. Duh. So, it is what it is. So, got that. So, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, this week on the program, we got a Women's Battle Royal to determine Rhea Ripley's opponent at NXT TakeOver Portland. And we got the next two Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic matches. Like I said, it's going to be Matt Riddle and Pete fucking Dunne taking on the Grizzly Young Veterans. And then we got the Time Splitters, Alex Shelley and Kushida taking on, I believe, South Wales Subculture. I forget who. I don't even know who they are. I think it's Mark Andrews and somebody else. I don't even know. I think it's I forget who it is. It doesn't matter. So we're gonna get those matches next week, and more to come as well. Right, then we get to the main event. Fatal 4-way match to determine Roderick Strong's opponent for the North American title in 2 weeks. We had Keith Lee, Cameron Grimes, Dominic Dijakovic, and Damian Priest. This was a good match. Very good match. Lots of action going on here with a lot of dives, lots of sick moves. Starts off with Cameron Grimes talking crap. Keith Lee attacks him, and he and Dijakovic take control. They tease each other's finishers. They face off, pick up the pace a little bit, counter each other, and Grimes and Priest attack them. They lay the boots to them, and then Damian Priest lays out Grimes and runs wild on Dijakovic until Dominic suplexes him into Keith Lee. He catches him, uses him to hit Grimes and Dijakovic, and powerbombs him on the Dijakovic. Huh, that was sick. Then he covers for a near fall. They brawl to the floor. Dijakovic attacks Lee and then joins in on the beatdown. He fires back, and Priest teases a dive as Cameron Grimes posts Keith Lee. Then Damian Priest wipes out the pile with a tope suicida. And then on the floor, they get back in as Grimes cuts off Priest. He falls with some uppercuts and some strikes. Priest comes back with a back elbow. Grimes then dumps him to the floor. Dijakovic then rolls Lee back in, looks for a suplex. He fights him off. Double chops. Then he dumps Dijakovic to the outside. Priest hits an insecurity and a heads up top. Keith Lee cuts him off, fouls him up, hits a deadlift superplex. That was pretty sick. And then Dominic Dijakovic comes in, fouls him with a moonsault on the Keith Lee for a near fall. And Cameron Grimes attacks Dominic Dijakovic. They trade moves. Grimes falls with a deadlift German for a near fall. He goes up top. Priest cuts him off, does some strikes. And then falls him up. And it's a hurricane on Keith Lee. Lee catches him, but Dijakovic steals him away and hits Feast Your Eyes right near the ropes. But then Keith Lee hits the pouch and knocks Dijakovic clear out of the ring. And then Damian Priest hits the Reckoning, goes for a near fall as Dijakovic made the save. And then Dijakovic and Priest go at it a little bit. They knock each other down. They fight to their feet. Keith Lee comes back, chokeslams them both. And then Grimes cuts him off with a collision course, that flipping power slam he does on Keith Lee. That was pretty sick. Gets a near fall out of that. And Grimes moonsaults into Priest on the floor and hits a double stomp on Dijakovic on the apron. Gets up top, goes to a move. Keith Lee goes sauce him out of midair like a bug. Grimes comes back, but Lee comes back, hits the Spirit Bomb, and he picks up the win. Get the #1 contendership. He will face Roddy 2 weeks for the North American title. Match was pretty good. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. I think the winner was right. Going with Keith Lee. I think it's the right choice. And Keith Lee, the breakout start of 2019, starting off 2020, pretty good too. And like I said, I think he's going to win the North American title in 2 weeks. But then again, they might let Roddy win by disqualification with help from Adam Cole and company. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, they'll get involved somehow. And then I think Keith Lee will get a rematch at TakeOver Portland. He'll win the match there, go on to NXT TakeOver Tampa, and defend the belt. I guess maybe Roddy again in a rematch. But we'll see. But I do see Keith Lee winning that North American title, ending the prophecy of the Undisputed Era. The titles will be going bye-bye. Adam Cole's belt's going to go bye-bye at WrestleMania weekend, probably at NXT TakeOver Tampa Bay. And then they're going to try to get the belts back but before SummerSlam, but they're not going to get them. And then they might go up to the main roster. But we'll see. But that was it for NXT this week. It was a pretty decent show. I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. And that's it for the show. So leave me your thoughts and opinions. What you guys thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below. If you have any questions, put it down below in the comment section of this video. Hit me up via Twitter or hit me up via Facebook with your questions. Let me know what you think and what you want to know about the world of professional wrestling. Any topic. Could be WWE, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, New Japan Pro Wrestling, TNA, NWA, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, CCW, anything in the Indies you want to talk about, York area you want to talk about Warriors of Wrestling, you can do that. Got a show coming up this Saturday, called New Beginnings, in Brooklyn, New York. I'm going to be going to that with Rosa, so we're going to be there. So if you are there, you can come up to us and we'll take pictures, autograph, some money maybe, but we'll see. We do kind of need money, but it is what it is. No, we're not e-begging for autographs, morons. But we'll be there. If you do see us, say hello. We'll try to be polite and be nice. But it is what it is, and that's it. So we're gonna have a good time next Saturday in Brooklyn, New York, for New Beginnings for WOW. Start off the year. They have Cold Fury right after that, like come up a couple weeks later after that. I think February the 8th, I believe, is Cold Fury in Staten Island. So I'm not going to that one. I don't go to the ones in Staten Island. I go to the ones in Brooklyn because that's the only way I can get there. I'm not going all the way to freaking Staten Island from the train. So I gotta take the train into Manhattan, and then take another train to the Staten Island ferry. Take the ferry to a bus. Take a bus to where they do their shows in Staten Island. Then I gotta go all the way back. By the time I'm back, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. But it is what it is, so I'm not gonna do that. So better off I go from New Jersey, go all the way into New York, into Brooklyn, I should say. Get off, Atlantic Avenue, Atlantic Terminal, and then take the train right to where I gotta go for WOW. Then I'm there and I go right back, and I'm back in about a few hours. The show ends at 11. I get back. It's like 1, 2 o'clock. That's all I gotta say about that. That's it for my video. Thank you for watching. Check out my Raw and AEW reviews. Links are down below in the description box. Continue to smash that like button to death. Continue to smash that subscribe button to death on this channel and my other channels as well. Show me your love. Got a nice little increase on TGC Reborn, which is nice. Thank you all. Got over 250 subscribers now, 255 to be exact. Hopefully get up to 300 by the middle of the year or middle of the summer, but we'll see. And that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching this video. Final video of the night. I'm gonna go to bed. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna go to bed, get up, have some breakfast, and go to the doctor tomorrow. Get my medication. Yeah, I have to get my meds tomorrow. Need my meds. I need my fix. So we got that. I'm gonna watch some football. Chiefs and then around 7 o'clock we got the Packers and the Seacocks. See who faces the Niners, and we'll see who faces the Titans in the AFC title game. It's the Chiefs, but we'll see what happens. And I'm hoping it's the Packers facing the Niners next Sunday in the NFC title game, which is going to be the night game. Hopefully I'm off. I had to tape the game today. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. The Niners won 27-10, so I'm going to rewatch the game anyway. I'll probably rewatch SmackDown because I'm going to do my SmackDown review tomorrow. Talk about Neil Peart, the drummer of Rush. I'm going to do a tribute video to him. I might talk about Tessa Blanchard's on a tweet and then everybody bashing her. Even Michelle Obama chimed in and attacked her. So Tessa is not having a good weekend. You got Hard to Kill tomorrow. She's going up against Sami Callihan for the world title. She's probably not going to win it. I think Sami's going to beat her, and then he's probably going to lose to, I don't know who. Maybe Brian Cage again, I don't know. Maybe Michael Elgin. But we'll see what happens. Maybe Moose. But we'll see what happens. And that's it. So I'm going to talk about probably do my my TNA Hard to Kill review probably Monday afternoon, Monday night, probably before Raw. And my Raw review will be coming on Wednesday night, Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night. I'll do my AEW review maybe Thursday, or might cut it to Saturday afternoon before I go to WOW. And that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching. Get some sleep, everybody, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'm out. Peace!